Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. I'm sure you all had an absolutely awesome Thanksgiving. Got to spend it with family and friends, something so many of you have not been able to do these last few years. I used to know the migration patterns of many, which families they'd be seeing, where they'd be gathering, who would be joining them. Things have changed. People have been anxious to get back into the pattern of visiting, because there's nothing quite the same as real contact with the ones you love. The crazy-making times cease when we reconnect to what really matters. People are crazy. Times are strange. I'm locked in tight. I'm out of range. I used to care. But things have changed. And things have changed. We all should take the opportunity to give thanks for the lives that we have. The loves that we have, the people, the places, the things that bring joy. Speaking of joy, we're coming up on the season of joy kicked off with Noah's, Stevie's, and Minerva's birthdays, which are but a hop, skip, and jump from Hanukkah and Christmas. We touched upon Hanukkah last week, and it is known more than anything else as the celebration of miracles. Now, it seems Hanukkah and Christmas have almost put a stranglehold on being the season of miracles. But remember, miracles actually occur in our lives all the time, in everybody's lives. It's not just once in a blue moon. Start to think of the miracles in your life. Having just finished Thanksgiving, did you know there's a special Thanksgiving prayer that's recited at Hanukkah and Purim? Just those two. It is the Al-Ha-Nisim prayer for the miracles. For Hanukkah, they throw in a little history. It goes like this: we thank you also for the miraculous deeds, for the redemption, for the mighty deeds and saving acts wrought by you, as well as for the wars which you waged for our ancestors in ancient days at the season. In the days of the Hasmoni and Mattathias, son of Johanan, the high priest, and his sons, when the iniquitous Syrian kingdom rose up against your people Israel, to make them forget your Torah, to turn away from the ordinances of your will. Then you in your abundant mercy rose up for them in the time of their trouble, pled their cause, executed judgment, avenged their wrong, delivered the strong into the hands of the weak, the many into the hands of the few, the impure into the hands of the pure, the wicked into the hands of the righteous, and insolent ones into the hands of those occupied with your Torah. Both unto yourself did you make a great and holy name in thy world, and your people did you achieve a great deliverance and redemption, whereupon your children entered the sanctuary of your house, cleansed your temple, purified your sanctuary, kindled lights in your holy courts, and appointed these 8 days of Hanukkah in order to give thanks, praise unto your holy name. And when you light the menorah, you'll be gathering with others all over the world, at the same time, on the same dates, lighting the same number of candles, as we all come together. Like when we come together as a group to honor and pray and observe as a community, a collective consciousness of seekers showing faith, any and all faith, love, any and all love, true chavura, a fellowship, expressing our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes, because it unites us all in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, each connecting in his or her own way. So once again, please do go ahead and invite everybody. Some physically, rest digitally, psychically, emotionally. I guess the dogs are letting me know somebody's here. To gather and share from Psalm 133, the Hine and Tov come together. Hine Shevet Elohim, Hine B'Tov, Shevet Elohim, how good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. And we support each other in this community, my friends. Let's all spread love, goodwill, fellowship to the world. Remember, this is you just sending a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's part of your Kavanaugh. It is your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you can control in life. Your intention sets in motion everything. You're going to see that today. Now let's take some time now. Let's use that intention. Let's send some of that, healing, goodwill, renewal energy, light out to whoever that needs it. It's for everybody. It flows through space, finding those in need. Right? Think of whoever that you can think of that needs redemption, health, goodwill, love, whatever. Right? Everybody needs something. It's our job to help heal the world. That is the tikkun olam, the healing of the world. It's part of our genetic makeup. It's not something we're ever going to complete. It's something we just do in every lifetime. Because as we each improve our own little corner of the world, we make the world better for everybody. So just think of whoever, they don't have to be sick. It's just anybody in your hearts or in your minds or in our hearts. Let's all send out energy for them. Special thoughts and prayers, especially for those who are undergoing medical concern right now. We pray for those who need prayer. You don't have to know them. We want health, recovery, good life for everybody. Goodwill for everybody So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all your care. Because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Have obtained a core, we've obtained, made the source of strength. Bless the one who's before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Yishaber, may he who blessed, because all of our spirit is based upon blessings. It's a great prayer for healing. Because all healing is a blessing. So let's all send and receive healing, renewal energy, goodwill in our efforts to share, to care, to love, to grow. Now we care about the community we're part of and about everybody. And it's of course more prevalent now. We're but a few weeks from Hanukkah and Christmas. The twin festivals of light were less than 30 days from the end of the year. From Circumcision Day and to Bodhi Day, when the Buddha attained enlightenment. So much that goes on all at once. And all these occur during the darkest time of the year, when the promise of renewed light calls us all, when darkness triggers our fear, which is at its highest, when we see mortality differently, as the earth prepares for new birth, we examine the legacies we actually leave in this life. We make changes to ourselves, enhance the relationships of life, because we need people to take the journey with in order to truly enjoy it, my friends. There is Christmas. There's Christmas without you. The Hanukkah light doesn't bring hope or me. It's so dark, oh, it's so stark. I drift along, not knowing what to do. And we do. We drift along a lot, not knowing what to do. I call out your name, wait for an answer as butterflies float and appear just to dance there, welcome to freedom. I know that you've seen some amazing things that make you stop and stare, but the world's not there. When you're not with me, the world's so bare. When I can't look and see, the world's not there, and I can't make it happen. You know what, my friends? Put a little more love in the world and reap its rewards. Now, we left off last week with the great deception. Rebekah told Jacob to pretend to be Esau to deceive Isaac, his father, to giving him, Jacob, the blessing meant for the firstborn. Jacob only hesitated out of fear of being caught and cursed, not because it was wrong. What does this tell us? the level of manipulation is great among these people. Rebekah dresses Jacob in Esau's clothes and covers his arms with fur so he would smell and feel like Esau in order to deceive the near blind Isaac. Reminds us of the power and weight of words. The blessing had value, just as a curse had reality to it also. We then saw Esau devastated at finding he had no blessing from his father. And when learning Jacob was leaving to go get married, and he marries a cousin to get the approval, he does the same thing. He marries one of his cousins to get the approval and love of his parents, only to be rebuffed again. And you think your family has issues. This week we read Vayetza, and he left. Genesis 28:10. And Jacob left Beersheba and went to Haran, and he happened upon a place and stayed the night because the sun was setting. And he took from the stones of the place, set his headdress, lay down in that place, and he dreamed. And here was a ladder set up on the earth, and its top reaching the skies. And here were angels of God going up and going down by it. We're about to read about one of the most famous dreams in the Bible, that of Jacob's ladder. The stairway to heaven with angels ascending and descending. This might have given rise to the maxim, be nice to those you meet on the way up, because you will meet them on the way down, which is, of course, all about karma. The dreams were and are extremely powerful messages. One of the earliest interpretations of this dream was by the Hellenistic Jewish philosopher Philo. And he wrote in the 1st century in his book about sleep and dreams, De Somniis, that he saw 4 possibilities. The angels represented souls descending and ascending from bodies. Now, some consider this to be Philo's clearest reference to the doctrine of reincarnation. The second thing was the ladder is the human soul. The angels are God's words pulling the soul up in distress and descending in compassion. In his third view, the dream depicts the ups and downs of the life of the dreamer. And finally, the angels represent the continually changing affairs of men. There are many interpretations to this most famous dream, and I'd love to hear yours. This is your chance to write a fantastic midrash and interpret the Bible. There's no right, there's no wrong, but we'll save our talk of dreams for the story of Joseph, the dream master, and that's coming up soon. Now we're about to follow the journey of someone who was ruled by fear, and we've seen that start to develop. He ran away out of, that's the legacy that he brought and instilled in his entire family. And it's still imprisoned so many people to this day. In fact, the most important holiday in the Bible was the holding of a holiday to free yourself from fear. Now, we all face fear at some point in our lives, but you have to realize fear is not real. Fear is perceived. It is our mind alerting us to what we think might happen. As we do not know whether the imagined danger is real or not. That's why fear is not real. It's what we make up, and often comes from people telling us that we should be afraid and that we should feel a certain way. And what you believe becomes your reality. We project something that might have occurred in the past or has not occurred, might never occur, onto our present state. And we let the perception guide us, and in some case, petrify us. And that's what we're going to see now for actually like a lot of the life of Jacob and his sons. Now, God repeats the message in the dream to him that he gave the 2 prior patriarchs, Genesis 28:14. And your seed will be like the dust of the earth, and you'll expand to the west and east, north and south. And all the families of the earth will be blessed through you, through your seed. And here I'm with you. I'll watch over you, and everywhere that you'll go, I'll bring you back to this land. For I won't leave you until I've done what I've spoken to you. Jacob wakes up, and he has this incredible realization This is a special spiritual ground. It truly is a gateway to God. And he tells us, Genesis 28:20, Jacob made a vow saying, if God will be with me and watch over me in this way that I'm going, and give me bread to eat and clothing to wear, and I come back in peace to my father's house, then God will become my God. Now, having realized he was in God's house, he responds with a conditional promise of things God is to do for him in order to win support from Jacob. Now, a lot of people consider this to be, more than just a little self-absorbed. You had me several years ago when I was still quite naive. When you said that we made such a pretty pair, that you would never be. But you came home and the things you do, one of them was me. I had some dreams, there were clouds in my coffee, clouds in my coffee. You're so vain, you probably think the song is about you. You're so vain that you think this song is about you, don't you, don't you? Jacob's something else, and to study him is really quite a study of character. He continues his journey, arrives at his destination, sees a beautiful woman getting water for the sheep, and he performs the betrothal ritual that we saw Rebecca perform. Finds out it's his cousin Rachel, tells her uncle Laban, who he came to see, that he wants to marry her, and he'll work 7 years for the right. Genesis 29:15, and Laban said to Jacob, is it right because you're my brother? You should work for me for free. Tell me what your pay should be. Laban had 2 daughters. The older one's name was Leah. The younger one's name was Rachel. Leah's eyes were tender. Rachel had an attractive figure and was beautiful. And Jacob loved Rachel. And he said, I'll work for you for 7 years for Rachel, your younger daughter. And Laban said, better for me to give her to you than for me to give her to another man. Live with me. As they'd say in Fiddler, it's a match. And Laban gathered all the people of the place and made a feast. It was in the evening, and he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him. And he came to her. And Laban gave his maid Zilpah to Leah, his daughter, as a maid. Wait a second, I thought he was marrying Rachel. What's this Leah thing? Genesis 29:25. It was in the morning. And here there was Leah. And he said to Laban, what is this you've done to me? Didn't I work for you for Rachel? Why have you deceived me? And Laban said, it's not done like that in our place, to give the younger one before the firstborn. Boom. Karma. The moment of truth. The deceiver repaid, the usurping younger facing the consequences of his actions. There's a brilliant midrash about a conversation between Leah and Jacob in the morning, which emphasizes the character or lack thereof of this great patriarch. There's no whitewashing of the choices we make and consequences we create. And that is one of the great accomplishments of this organic book of lessons. Nobody tries to make this different from what it actually is. And in 2 short weeks so far, we see that this book is the greatest lesson in karmic choices of all. And we should be paying attention to this. Sisters, there was never such devoted sisters. Never had to have a chaperone, no sir. I'm there to keep my eye on her. Lord help the mister who come between me and my sister. And Lord help the sister We're about to see the battle between the sisters now take place. And it's going to parallel exactly what took place with the brothers. So he agrees to work another 7 years for Rachel. She's also given a maid, Bilhah. Here's Jacob with 4 women. Genesis 29:30. And he came to Rachel, and he also loved Rachel more than Leah. And he worked with them another 7 years. And the Lord saw that Leah was hated, and he opened her womb. Rachel was infertile. Jacob hates Leah, but he loves Rachel. So God makes Rachel infertile. Karma. Bitterness and competition just grows between these sisters. Again, mirroring that relationship between the brothers. And a baby factory ensues with Leah and the 2 maids, who are actually also wives, Zilpah and Bilhah, producing 10 sons. And Leah also producing a daughter, Dinah, we don't hear a lot about. And ultimately, Rachel produces the last 2 sons, Joseph and Benjamin, when they were returning home. And the love of his life, Rachel, dies in childbirth with Benjamin. But it is the hated Leah who's actually buried in the cave of the patriarchs. Yes, my friends, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free. Honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light, and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to spread goodwill to everybody. Everybody needs it. It's for everybody you know. We set in motion everything that happens in our lives. It's our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect. It's all linked. You always have time to forgive. You always have time to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad, so acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God, to others. Ask forgiveness. Do so with sincerity, accountability, vulnerably. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world, just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? Because if you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey, my friends. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. It's your home. Keep on dreaming. Keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to have faith. Just as I have faith, the principle of love in all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none. Defraud none. Hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind. Because the deepest source of your real power lies in your consciousness, in your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's mystery. Make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform lives around you, because you're never alone. You're forever blessed, and you have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you know. All energy. Energy can't be destroyed. It can only be replaced. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger, and be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. Continue to explore faith and what it means to you, and never accept shame as a natural state, because whatever you feel, others have felt. We share together. We learn together. We help each other, because we're each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives, so find them. Tell them what they mean. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive, and keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. And realize the stories you're reading from thousands of years ago are not just history. They truly are the fabric of your lives. And you will read about yourself and your relationships in these pages. The deceptions within family run deep, and you see it. Wife to husband, brother to brother, mother to son, son to father-in-law, sister to sister, daughter to father. There is no relationship untouched, as takes place in all of our own families, and we've only just begun. Enjoy this reading. See the legacy that this man is creating, and see the one you may be creating. It's never too late to change that. And that's what the twin festivals, the twin miracle festivals of Hanukkah and Christmas can be all about. It's about making the changes in our lives. So have it holly, jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow. Have a cup of cheer. You know what? There will be snow where I am. Have a holly, jolly Christmas. When you walk down the street, say hello to the friends you know and everyone you meet. Hey ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see somebody's waiting there. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly, jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly, jolly Christmas this year. And we will talk more about Christmas and Hanukkah in the weeks ahead. Well, thank you for joining me, my friends. Have a great week. Keep exercising forgiveness. Be thankful, be gracious, be kind, be loving, believe in yourself and in love. Continue to spread a little goodwill to the world. And never forget, you are the miracle in someone's life. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.